In 1995, Waterworld was once called Hollywood's most expensive nightmare, but it was the cast who paid the heaviest price behind that glittering spectacle. 3 decades later, their fates have been tragic. Some quietly disappeared, while others fell into addiction to the point that today you might hardly recognize them. Let's explore their real names and pay tribute to the legacies they left us. Michael Jeter as Old Gregor. Michael Jeter was born on August 26, 1952, in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. In 1995, at age 43, he played Old Gregor in Waterworld, an eccentric, frail, but intelligent inventor, bringing a unique touch to the film. That character also reflected aspects of Jeter's own life, a talented artist constantly yearning to create while struggling with lifelong pain and illness. Behind the spotlight, Jeter endured prolonged stress. In his youth, he turned to alcohol and drugs as a way to escape loneliness, damaging his health and repeatedly threatening his career. Even after winning a Tony Award and an Emmy Award, he openly acknowledged his past addiction, seeing it as a scar that would never fully heal. Publicly coming out in a time of societal prejudice added immense pressure, forcing him to balance maintaining an artistic image while facing public scrutiny. At the peak of his career with films like The Fisher King and The Green Mile, health tragedies struck again. Jeter lived with epilepsy and the HIV virus, which he publicly disclosed in 1997. These illnesses drained his energy and disrupted his work, forcing him to take multiple breaks for treatment. In his final years, though he appeared on Sesame Street as Mr. Noodle to bring joy to children, he quietly endured physical pain, exhaustion, and long nights in hospital beds. On March 30, 2003, Jeter passed away at Hollywood Hills following an epileptic seizure at the age of 50. His ashes were entrusted to his partner Sean Blue, who had been with him for nearly a decade. At his passing, Jeter left an estimated net worth of around $2 million, mainly from his acting career, leaving behind the legacy of a distinctive artist who dared to live authentically and turn even small roles into unforgettable moments for audiences. Dennis Hopper as Deacon. Dennis Lee Hopper was born on May 17, 1936, in Dodge City, Kansas. In 1995, at the age of 59, he appeared in the blockbuster Waterworld as Deacon, the ruthless leader of the smokers gang and a direct adversary to the main character. This intense villain role reflected Hopper himself, a talented artist living amid chaos, carrying numerous personal tragedies and pain. Hopper's youth was filled with promising beginnings alongside James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause and Giant. But Dean's sudden death and conflicts with director Henry Hathaway nearly ended Hopper's career for years. He only made a true comeback with Easy Rider, 1969, co-starring Peter Fonda, a classic film that cemented his legendary status. Yet success brought its shadows. Hopper fell into alcohol and drug abuse, becoming a true rebel, lost in both his work and personal life. Off-screen, Hopper experienced 5 failed marriages, including an 8-day relationship with Michelle Phillips. His years of substance abuse led to repeated legal troubles, multiple arrests for drunkenness and drug possession. Despite his personal struggles, he retained his ability to embody unstable, rebellious characters, from Blue Velvet to Hoosiers, transforming his own chaos into a unique artistic material. In 2009, Hopper was diagnosed with late-stage prostate cancer, which quickly spread to his bones. While his health deteriorated, he also went through a stressful divorce with his 5th wife, Victoria Duffy. On May 29, 2010, he passed away in Los Angeles at the age of 74. Dennis Hopper left an estimated net worth of around $40 million, including real estate in California and New Mexico, and a valuable art collection, closing a life filled with talent, fame, but also deep personal pain. Rick Aviles as Gatesman. Rick Aviles was born on October 14, 1952, in Manhattan, New York. In 1995, at the age of 43, he appeared in Waterworld as Gatesman, a rough yet colorful supporting character, reflecting the streetwise persona Aviles carried from his own life. Yet his career did not follow a glorious path. It was soon overshadowed by personal pain and private struggles. Coming from a poor background, Aviles made a living performing comedy on the streets and subways of New York. Thanks to his humorous face and remarkable impersonation skills, he became a familiar figure in 1980s comedy clubs, eventually earning roles in major films like The Cannonball Run and The Godfather Part 3. However, alongside his career, Aviles battled the temptation of heroin, which quickly turned the joy of performing into a cycle of addiction and mental exhaustion. His long-term addiction not only destabilized his work, but also led to a death sentence, contracting HIV in the early 1990s. Rather than seeking support, Aviles chose to keep it secret, continuing to take roles and live as if he had plenty of time. With no spouse or children, he faced the illness largely alone, striving to maintain the image of a jovial comedian while enduring his body's deterioration. Financial stress further compounded his hardships, making the glitter of Hollywood a thin veil over a harsh reality. On March 17, 1995, Rick Aviles passed away in Los Angeles from AIDS-related complications at the age of 42, just months before Waterworld premiered. He left an estimated net worth of around $100,000, a modest sum compared to the memorable roles he created. Aviles' sudden departure closed a short yet intense life, where the laughter on stage and screen always existed alongside the dark pain behind the scenes. Gerard Murphy as Nord. Gerard Murphy was born on October 14, 1948, in Newry, Northern Ireland. In 1995, at age 47, he appeared in Waterworld as Nord, a cunning pirate and spy, a supporting character who added intrigue to the chaotic world of the film. Off-screen, however, Murphy was a devoted artist, dedicating his life to the stage and heavy Shakespearean roles. Starting at the Glasgow Citizens Theatre, he quickly became a key member of the Royal Shakespeare Company, leaving a mark with roles such as Hal in Henry IV and King Lear. Yet Murphy's artistic journey was not without hardship. Constantly immersing himself in emotionally demanding roles led to exhaustion and psychological pressure, while his film career never brought him the same level of recognition as some of his contemporaries. Murphy's personal life was largely private, but loneliness was evident. He never married, had no children, and lived surrounded by his art and endless tours. When prostate cancer struck in 2012, it quickly spread, compressing his spinal cord and severely weakening him. Despite this, he resolutely returned to the stage in Samuel Beckett's Crapp's Last Tape, allowing audiences to witness an artist channeling his own pain into his characters. On August 26, 2013, Gerard Murphy passed away in Cambridge at the age of 64, after more than 2 years battling cancer. He departed quietly, leaving an estimated net worth of around $500,000, earned primarily through his tireless dedication to stage and screen. Zakes Mokae as Priam. Zakes Mokae was born on August 5, 1934, in Johannesburg, South Africa. In 1995, at the age of 61, he appeared in Waterworld as Priam, a supporting character with a dignified presence, helping to depict the chaotic world of the film. While he often took on smaller roles in film, Mokae was a major figure on stage, winning a Tony Award for Master Harold and The Boys. Mokae's artistic path was far from easy. Beginning as a saxophone musician, he turned to acting when he partnered with playwright Athol Fugard to create a theater company opposing social injustice in South Africa. Works like The Blood Knot and Bozeman and Lena drew the scrutiny of the apartheid government, leading to repeated arrests and surveillance. In 1969, Mokae was forced to leave his homeland, going into exile in the United States to pursue his art in freedom, a decision that brought liberation, but also the pain of being far from home. In the U.S., Mokae became a familiar face on stage and screen, appearing in films such as Cry Freedom and A Dry White Season, as well as popular TV series like Law and Order, Oz, and The West Wing. His personal life, however, was not without stress. He experienced a failed first marriage before remarrying, remaining with his second wife until his death. In his later years, his health declined severely as he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, and eventually suffered a stroke, forcing him to step away from the stage where he had once been a towering presence. On September 11, 2009, Zakes Mokae passed away in Las Vegas at the age of 75, following complications from a stroke. He left an estimated net worth of around $1 million, largely from his prolific stage career and years of dedication to the arts. Kevin Costner as the Mariner. Kevin Costner was born on January 18, 1955, in Linwood, California, and grew up in Compton. In 1995, at age 40, he took on the role of the Mariner in the ambitious yet controversial blockbuster Waterworld, a project that would become both a milestone and a storm in his career. Behind the silver screen, Costner's personal life was far from smooth. His first marriage to Cindy Silva lasted 16 years, seemingly solid, but ended in 1994 amid rumors of infidelity during the filming of Waterworld. Silva left with their 3 children and a staggering $80 million settlement. The divorce left deep emotional scars and exposed Costner to intense media scrutiny, just as he was grappling with the financial strain of the film's troubled production. After years of turbulence, Costner found happiness with Christine Baumgartner, a model and handbag designer. They married in 2004 and had 3 children. Yet even this chapter ended in heartbreak. Christine filed for divorce in 2023, with the split finalized in February 2024. 2 failed marriages, combined with Hollywood's relentless pressures, have left enduring gaps in the actor's private life. Despite these setbacks, Kevin Costner remains a towering figure in cinema. He continues to produce and star in projects like Horizon, An American Saga, 2024. At 70, he focuses on family and his ongoing career while managing an estimated net worth of $250 million, including a sprawling Colorado ranch and coastal properties in California. Jeanne Tripplehorn as Helen. Jeanne Tripplehorn was born on June 10, 1963, in Tulsa, Oklahoma. In 1995, at age 32, she appeared in Waterworld as Helen, a resilient woman who dares to face danger to protect children and seek the legendary dry land. This role cemented Tripplehorn's reputation as a serious actress with depth, distinct from her earlier supporting roles in Basic Instinct and The Firm. Yet her rising film career was shadowed by personal tragedy. In 1994, just before traveling to England to shoot 4 weddings and a funeral, her mother collapsed and died suddenly before her eyes. The shock forced Jeanne to leave the project, costing her a major international breakthrough. Shortly after, she also turned down the role of Mia Wallace in Pulp Fiction, watching Uma Thurman seize the iconic part. These missed opportunities lingered as a bitter link between talent and fate. In her personal life, Tripplehorn endured a tumultuous 6-year relationship with Ben Stiller, which ended in disappointment despite their engagement. Stability came in 2000 when she married actor Leland Orser, and the birth of their son, August, in 2002, provided a steady foundation. Alongside family life, she remained dedicated to her craft, spanning Broadway to television, regaining prominence with shows like Big Love and Criminal Minds. In 2025, Jeanne Tripplehorn is 62, continuing to act in independent films and television while devoting time to her family and charitable work. Her estimated net worth stands at around $8 million, largely earned through her film, television career, and real estate holdings in New York and Los Angeles. Tina Majorino as Enola. Tina Marie Majorino was born on February 7, 1985, in Westlake Village, California. In 1995, at just 10 years old, she played Enola in Waterworld, the mysterious tattooed girl who becomes the linchpin of the entire quest for dryland. With her wide, expressive eyes and heartfelt performance, Tina quickly became one of the most memorable child actors of 1990s Hollywood. Yet early success came with heavy pressures. After leading roles in Andre, Karina, and Alice in Wonderland, Tina felt her childhood slipping away beneath the glare of fame. As a teenager, she made the conscious decision to step back from acting, seeking ordinary life experiences she believed were essential for her peace of mind and proper growth. While this choice protected her from the relentless stress of stardom, it also interrupted her career for many years. Tina returned to the screen in 2004 with Napoleon Dynamite, immediately making her mark as Deb and opening a new chapter in her career. She continued to succeed with roles in Veronica Mars, Big Love, Grey's Anatomy, and True Blood. Despite the opportunities, she has remained private, unmarried, and fully focused on her craft. In interviews, she has openly discussed dealing with anxiety and stress, finding balance through meditation, therapy, and clear boundaries. In 2025, Tina Majorino turns 40. After 3 decades in the arts, she continues to act in smaller film and television projects while dedicating time to music and personal creative endeavors. With an estimated net worth of $1.5 million, including a home in Los Angeles, Tina stands as a testament to a child star who navigated the pressures of early fame and carved out her own path in the creative world. Jack Black as Pilot. Thomas Jacob. Jack Black was born on August 28, 1969 in Santa Monica, California. At 26, he appeared in Waterworld, 1995, in a supporting role, marking one of his first significant steps onto the big screen. At that time, Black was still finding his footing in Hollywood, hustling through minor roles to prove his talent. Beneath the humor and free-spirited persona lay a youth marked by struggle. At 14, Jack experimented with cocaine and lived in fear of dangerous influences. The tragedy deepened in 1991 when his older brother, Howard, died of AIDS, leaving an unfillable void. These losses shaped him, forcing a painful maturity and instilling resilience against both external and internal pressures. In his personal life, Black faced further challenges. A nearly decade-long relationship with actress Laura Keitlinger ended in heartbreak. Stability arrived when he reunited with singer Tanya Hayden, daughter of jazz legend Charlie Hayden. They married in 2006 and have 2 sons. Even so, balancing a demanding career with family responsibilities has often brought stress and anxiety. Black credits his family as the foundation that has kept him grounded amidst fame's chaotic pressures. Now, at 56, Jack Black remains a vibrant presence in entertainment, acting, voice acting, and performing with Tenacious D. He has an estimated net worth of $50 million, including a luxurious Los Angeles mansion and a collection of cars. Behind the stage lights, Jack Black stands not only as a symbol of humor, but as proof that pain and loss, when faced with courage, can become sources of enduring strength and success. Robert LaSardo as Smitty. Robert LaSardo was born on September 20, 1963 in Brooklyn, New York. In 1995, at 32, he appeared in Waterworld as Smitty, a ruthless member of the Smokers Gang, adding a raw and menacing edge to the film. With his gaunt features, tattooed body, and piercing gaze, LaSardo quickly became a recognizable face for tough, edgy villains in Hollywood. Before acting, LaSardo endured a harsh youth in the military. He served 4 years in the Navy, spending 2 years training attack dogs in the Aleutian Islands, experiences marked by isolation, brutal weather, depression, and widespread alcoholism around him. After returning to civilian life, he studied at the Stella Adler Studio of Acting and began his career with China Girl, 1987, followed by roles in Hard to Kill and Out for Justice. Despite mentorship from Steven Seagal, LaSardo faced harsh realities, a turbulent personal life, and the temptations of drugs constantly pulling him away from stability. His full-body tattoos, remnants of a rebellious past, became his signature, securing him unique roles while also typecasting him as criminals, killers, and pimps. Off-screen, his personal life was equally unsettled, with multiple failed marriages and relationships. Yet, he persevered, appearing in CSI, Miami, Nip Tuck, The X-Files, and independent horror films such as The Human Centipede 3 and Autopsy. In 2025, at 62, LaSardo continues to act in independent film and television while engaging in veteran support work. Living quietly with family in California, his estimated net worth is around $500,000, modest compared to many peers, but reflective of a life marked by hardship, resilience, and unwavering dedication to both art and survival. Neil Giuntoli, as Hellfire Gunner. Neil Giuntoli was born on December 20th, 1959, in Chicago, Illinois. He began his film career with the role of Eddie Caputo in Child's Play, 1988, and in 1995, at age 36, he appeared in Waterworld as Hellfire Gunner, a vicious enforcer within the Smokers gang. Though a supporting role, Giuntoli convincingly portrayed a brutal presence, enhancing the film's oppressive and tense atmosphere. Off-screen, his life was full of trials. Raised in a politically active family, Giuntoli faced early shocks. A strict father and harsh military service in South Korea as a translator left him disciplined but deeply marked by loneliness and estrangement. Returning to Chicago, he found refuge in theater, acting and writing in edgy plays that reflected society's dark undercurrents. Yet the pressures of artistic pursuit often led to psychological strain. Moving to Los Angeles to pursue film did not ease his personal struggles. Failed marriages and broken relationships made him increasingly reserved, choosing a life more secluded than most of his colleagues. Though his film credits, including The Shawshank Redemption, Memphis Belle, and appearances in Seinfeld, brought recognition, they could not fully heal his inner wounds. He frequently returned to Chicago, clinging to theater as a source of balance, exemplified by the physically demanding play His Owner, which brought him acclaim but taxed him to exhaustion. By 2025, Giuntoli is 66, living quietly in Chicago and occasionally taking part in smaller artistic projects. After more than 4 decades of dedication, his estimated net worth is about $1 million. Not extravagant, but indicative of a life committed to independent art, full of sacrifice, pain, and the subtle glow of achievement. Annie Costner as Atoll Girl. Annie Costner was born on April 15, 1984, in Los Angeles County, California. In 1995, at just 11 years old, she appeared in Waterworld as Atoll Girl, a small role yet memorable, portraying the bright-eyed daughter alongside her father, Hollywood star Kevin Costner. However, being born into fame was far from a carefree childhood. Annie witnessed her parents' marriage crumble at an early age, imprinting a sense of emptiness and pushing her to carve out her own path, independent of her father's legendary shadow. Growing up under such a heavy spotlight brought constant pressure and the lingering fear of being measured against or dismissed because of her family name. Choosing a quieter path, Annie turned to documentary filmmaking. In 2014, she co-founded Sound Off Films with Adrienne Hall, producing socially and environmentally conscious projects. Unlike her father's blockbuster hits, Annie's work, including Racing Extinction, speaks with subtlety but significant impact. Amid her professional journey, her personal life also saw ups and downs, ultimately finding stability with Dr. Danny Cox, whom she married in 2016. By 2025, at 41, Annie Costner has become an independent documentary producer, living a calm life with her husband and family. Her journey may not shine with Hollywood spectacle, but it has granted her resilience, purpose, and an estimated net worth of around $1 million. Chaim Girafi as Drifter. Chaim Girafi was born in 1950 in Israel. In 1995, at the age of 45, he appeared in Waterworld as Drifter, a lone wanderer navigating the harsh, unforgiving seas. Though a supporting role, his character added depth to the chaos and brutality of the post-apocalyptic world the film portrayed. With a rugged face and weathered demeanor, Murphy delivered an unforgettable presence amid the stormy sequences. Today, at age 75, Jeanne Murphy continues to live quietly, far from Hollywood's glare. With an estimated net worth of around $1 million, he may not share the wealth of some contemporaries, but he maintains a steady, resilient life. His portrayal of Drifter in Waterworld stands as a testament to the indispensable, yet often overlooked actors who help complete the tapestry of cinematic storytelling. 3 decades later, Waterworld is more than a controversial film. It mirrors the tumultuous paths of its cast. Some maintained the spotlight, while others quietly faded into obscurity. In your memory, which cast member surprises you the most? Share your thoughts below and join us as we continue exploring the tragic and compelling journeys of these stars.